This is content of part 8b. If you are interested only in specific part of this video, just jump to its start time. Next, I will describe some details about the parametric mechanism of magnetization reversal. In particular, how the measurement of modulation of the anisotropy field and offset field by the current or gate voltage can be used for optimization of the parametric reversal. I will only briefly describe the parametric reversal. If you are interested in more details about it, I recommend you to watch my other more detailed videos about it. To begin, I would like to list the key requirement for the parametric reversal, without which the parametric reversal cannot occur. The first requirement is existence of magnetoresistance, or MR in short. It could be any type of magnetoresistance, e.g., the tunnel magnetoresistance, or giant magnetoresistance, or anomalous magnetoresistance, or domain wall magnetoresistance. All are okay. At least some magnetoresistance should exist. Otherwise, the parametric magnetization reversal is impossible. The larger magnetoresistance is, the more efficient the parametric magnetization reversal becomes. The requirement for existence of magnetoresistance for current-induced magnetization reversal is only a feature of the parametric reversal. The mechanism of the spin transfer torque does not require the existence of any magnetoresistance. In an experiment, any observed dependence of efficiency of magnetization reversal on the magnetoresistance is a clear indication that magnetization reversal is a parametric reversal, or at least there is a large contribution from it. The second critical requirement is the linear dependence of some magnetic parameters of the nanomagnet on the current. The measurement, which I have described in previous part of this video, clarifies that offset magnetic field, or magnetic field which is created by spin accumulation, does depend on the current. Anisotropy field does depend on the current. Additionally, anisotropy field depends on the gate voltage, which can be converted to dependence of anisotropy field on the current. Therefore, studying iron-boron nanomagnet are well fit for the effective parametric magnetization reversal, like this. Let's just for a second review the measurements. This is measured anisotropy field as function of external magnetic field. Lines of different color correspond to measurement for a different current. There is a clear current dependency of anisotropy field. This is anisotropy field versus current. There is a clear linear component for the current dependency. Therefore, the current modulation of anisotropy field fits well for the requirement of the parametric reversal. This is measured offset field as function of external magnetic field. Current dependency is clear and it is linear. Therefore, current modulation of offset field fits well for the requirement of parametric reversal as well. This is data for a VCMA measurement for the same nanomagnet. For this measurement, lines of different color corresponds to measurement at different gate voltage. Offset field is independent of gate voltage and cannot be used for the parametric reversal. In contrast, the dependency of anisotropy field on gate voltage is clear and it is linear. Therefore, the gate voltage modulation of anisotropy field meets the requirement for the parametric reversal. Yes, anisotropy field and offset magnetic field can be changed by current or gate voltage, but these changes are very small. Still, it is possible to reverse the magnetization due to these small changes, but only when the condition of the parametric reversal are met. How is it possible? So what is the magic of parametric reversal? All the magic is due to this positive feedback loop, which is the main driving mechanism for the parametric magnetization reversal, and which amplifies a tiny magnetization precession into a large precession, which eventually leads to the magnetization reversal. This is a scheme of positive feedback loop. A magnetization precession modulates current due to the magnetoresistance. A modulation of current enhances the magnetization precession due to the current dependency of anisotropy field or an offset field. As a result, any tiny precession of magnetization creates modulation of current, which consequently enhances precession, which consequently even more enlarges the current modulation, which consequently makes even larger precession angle, and so on and on and on until the magnetization is reversed. So, how and in which device can this important positive feedback loop be realized or be made? There are several possibilities, but the simplest one is a magnetic tunnel junction, or MTJ in short. This animation shows the principle of the positive feedback loop, shown by yellow arrows, and how a tiny magnetization precession can be enhanced due to this positive feedback loop. The MTJ consists of the pin layer, this low one, whose magnetization is fixed in the in-plane direction, shown as blue arrow. The intrinsic field in this layer is strong, and therefore the magnetization of this layer is firmly fixed along its in-plane easy axis. The MTJ also consists of free layer in which the direction of easy axis is perpendicular to plane. The magnetization of this layer can be reversed by current due to this parametric mechanism. There is a tunnel barrier between layers due to the tunnel magnetoresistance. The MTJ resistance is smallest when the magnetization of free layer is along the magnetization of pin layer, and MTJ resistance is largest when the magnetization directions are opposite. The current creates the magnetic field HCO, which is called the offset magnetic field, and whose direction is in plane and therefore perpendicular to the equilibrium magnetization direction of free layer. The magnitude and direction of this magnetic field HCO depends on the current. The measurement of the current dependence of the offset magnetic field HCO I have discussed in previous video. These two graphs show two in-plane components of measured offset magnetic field as function of external magnetic field. Line of different color corresponds to measurement at different current. Offset magnetic field HCO slightly tilts the magnetization, but the tilting angle is small because HCO is substantially smaller than intrinsic magnetic field, which keeps magnetization along its easy axis. As you just saw, measured offset magnetic field about 100 Gauss, but this intrinsic magnetic field can be as large as 5 kGauss and more. Let us assume that there is a tiny magnetization precession, which may occur due to a thermal fluctuation or is started during a switching of the current. Because of the precession, there is an oscillating in-plane magnetization component in the free layer. Since the Since the in-plane magnetization component of free layer is oscillating from being parallel to being opposite to the magnetization of the pin layer, the tunnel magnetic resistance oscillates accordingly. Larger, smaller, larger, smaller. Since the electrical current is linearly proportional to the resistance, the current which flows through the empty J is modulated even under DC voltage. The magnitude and direction of the offset magnetic field HCO is linearly proportional to the current. As a result, the modulated current modulates the offset magnetic field HCO. It is very important that the oscillating component of the offset magnetic field HCO is exactly of the same frequency and in phase with the magnetization precession as required for the parametric resonance. So there is a resonant enhancement of the precession, resulting in a larger precession angle. Therefore, the loop is closed, as is shown by yellow arrows. A larger magnetization precession make even larger current modulation, which make even larger modulation of offset magnetic field HCO, and therefore an even larger resonance enhancement of precession, resulting in even larger precession angle, and so on and on and on until the magnetization reversal. Next, I will talk about efficient and inefficient parametric mechanism for magnetization reversal. Parametric excitation of magnetization reversal is known and has been used for many years. The first example is the microwave excitation of ferromagnetic resonance, or simply conventional FMR testing experiment. For the FMR testing, a ferromagnetic sample is placed inside a permanent magnet, and the sample is illuminated by microwave at specific frequency. At the FMR frequency, the microwave is resonantly absorbed. The microwave absorption peak is what is measured by this experiment. A microwave has an electrical field component and magnetic field component. At resonance frequency, the magnetic field of microwave is in resonance with magnetization precession. It meets the condition of the parametric resonance and should reverse the magnetization. However, it is impossible to reverse the magnetization by this classical FMR experiment. Even worse, only a tiny precision angle can be achieved by this method. Another example is microwave-assisted recording. In order to record a data bit into hard disk, a magnetic field is used. For denser hard disk, a harder magnetic material is required, and as a result, a larger magnetic field is required for the recording. The idea of these recording methods is to eliminate the recording area by microwave, which should excite magnetization precession at substantial precession angle. Then, a small recording magnetic field can be used in order to reverse magnetization during such precession. This recording method was proposed about 20 years ago, but now only little or no success has been achieved in this method. What is the problem? Why are these simple methods not efficient? The reason is in the nature of the parametric excitation of the magnetization precession. The problem is in constant dephasing of parametric pumping from the resonance conditions. An efficient parametric pumping of the magnetization precession requires continuous phase adjustment of the pump to the resonance conditions. You can find a proof of this fact in this paper. Just go to the figure 5. Figure 5 shows the efficiency of parametric pumping as it's changing in the time. As you can see, at initial times the efficiency is very high, but the efficiency decreases very quickly after some duration of pumping. Even at some moment of time, the pumping switches to damping. As a result, after a short time of initial precession pumping, resulting in an increase of the precession angle, the parametric resonance switches itself to the precession damping, which makes the precession angle to decrease. This unwanted switch between the pumping and damping occurs because of the dephasing between the magnetization precession and the pumping source. There are many reasons which leads to dephasing, about some of which you can read in this paper. At this moment, I would like to mention another one. You may recall from the beginning of this video that the larger precession angle corresponds to a larger number of electrons at the upper energy spin level, which results in reduction of magnetization and the intrinsic magnetic field, which consequently causes a reduction of the precession frequency and the reduction of the precession damping. This effect contributes substantially to the dephasing. Therefore, the phase mismatch is a major problem for the parametric precession pumping. It can be solved efficiently only using positive feedback in structure with magnetoresistance. In this case, the phase of parametric pumping is always automatically adjusted to its optimum resonance condition. The parametric magnetization reversal is a really complex effect with many interesting features. Again, I recommend you to watch another more specialized video about the parametric magnetization reversal. Next, I want to discuss another important feature of parametric magnetization reversal, which is the necessity of external and plane magnetic field for the paramagnetic magnetization reversal in case of modulation of anisotropy field. As you may recall, there are two mechanisms which fit for all requirements for current-induced parametric magnetization reversal. The first mechanism is the reversal by offset magnetic field, or the magnetic field created by spin accumulation. The second mechanism is reversal by current modulation or gate voltage modulation of anisotropy field. In both mechanisms, the magnetization tilt can be modulated by electrical current. However, there is a large difference between these two mechanisms, and the difference is in the requirement of external in-plane magnetic field as external. As you can see here, the offset magnetic field SCO is applied perpendicularly to the initial equilibrium magnetization direction. The offset magnetic field SCO causes a tilt of the magnetization, and the magnetization tilt is proportional to the current. It exactly satisfies the requirement for the parametric reversal. Even at the initial moment, when the magnetization is along the magnetic z-axis, the offset magnetic field SCO creates a tilt of the magnetization. Therefore, the magnetization reversal starts immediately after the offset magnetic field SCO is applied. As a result, this first reversal mechanism does not require any external resistance or initial external start. The conditions for the second mechanism are very different. When initially the magnetization is along z-axis, the modulation of anisotropy field does not tilt the magnetization and therefore cannot be used for the parametric reversal. only when the external plane magnetic field, as external, is applied and therefore the magnetization is tilted. The modulation of anisotropy field modulates tilting angle as it is required for the parametric reversal. It can be more clear from this slide where two cases are compared. Case without and with external magnetic field as external. As external magnetic field tilts the magnetization. The magnetization line along the total magnetic field, which is a vector sum of external magnetic field and intrinsic magnetic field. When anisotropy field is changing, the intrinsic magnetic field, as intrinsic, is changing as well, and as a result, the magnetization tilt angle is changing. Since anisotropy field is modulated by current, the current modulates the tilt angle as it is required for the parametric magnetization reversal. The case when there is no external magnetic field is very different. Independently of modulation of anisotropy field and therefore internal magnetic field, magnetization is always aligned along internal magnetic field. Therefore, there is no any magnetization tilt or tilt modulation. As a result, the parametric reversal is impossible for this case. I would like to emphasize once more that the requirement of external in-plane magnetic field as external is an unavoidable feature of parametric magnetization reversal by modulation of anisotropy field. In case when measurement indicates the current-induced magnetization reversal occurs only in the presence of in-plane external magnetic field, the parametric reversal by modulation of anisotropy field is the most probable mechanism. The parametric reversal due to the current modulation of offset magnetic field does not require any in-plane external magnetic field. I would like to remind once more that any parametric mechanism of the magnetization reversal, this one and this one, can only occur in a structure which has at least some magnetoresistance. Next, I would like to briefly discuss magnetization reversal by gate voltage, or due to the VCMA effect in short. As you may recall, the gate voltage modulates the anisotropy field, similar to the bias current. These are two measurements of anisotropy field as function of perpendicular magnetic field. Lines of different color correspond to measurement at different bias current for the left graph here, and measurement at different gate voltage for the right graph here. As you can notice, the change of anisotropy field is comparable for both cases. It means that effectiveness of parametric reversal is approximately similar for both mechanisms. I would like also to remind you that gate voltage does not modulate offset field. This is measurement data of anisotropy field and offset field. Lines of different color correspond to measurement and different gate voltage. As anisotropy field is different at different gate voltage, as you can see. There is no influence of the gate voltage on the offset field. It means that one possible parametric mechanism for magnetization reversal by gate voltage is only modulation of anisotropy field, which means the parametric magnetization reversal by gate voltage is only possible in the presence of external in-plane magnetic field. Additional demerit of the parametric reversal by gate voltage is the requirement of current flow through the gate electrode. The parametric reversal cannot be done purely by gate voltage without any current through the gate. It is because the parametric reversal requires the current modulation and magnetoresistance. I will talk more about this in the following video. If you are interested to see the content and other parts of this video, you can find the links below this video.